VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Hello, Melinda.
Hey,
everybody.
Yeah, it's VCR Party. It's Tuesday night. Party time. Yeah.
Joe's in the office. I'm Nick. We host the Found Footage Festival, and this is our weekly show where we show off raw, unfiltered videos in our office full of 11,000 tapes where Joe is. Joining us is our director, Steve Lawrence, and our VHS detective, George Pasilis. Welcome, everybody.
I love that Steve's still the director, even though he hasn't actually directed an episode in 4 years, right? But he's still the director.
He did the Halloween one.
Yeah. Oh, did he?
Yeah, I know.
That's right. Yeah.
I know a lot of people want us to get back to the office, but it's so much easier to do it on Zoom.
It's way easier.
Really,
it's cheaper.
So it's cheaper, and in order to sustain it with Joe or with George and Steve working full-time jobs, if you want the show every week, we got to do it this way. But I think on special occasions, like for the Daniel Songer Marathon and some special shows, we'll go in and do it in the office. But I think we have to, going forward, keep doing it on Zoom. I apologize. I know it's fun in the office. We'll try to do more stuff there,
I gotta say though, that Songerthon, that was fun to do in the office. I really missed doing it in the office. It's way more fun. Being able to bother you when you're right next to me, instead of over the phone. So or over the Zoom.
Yeah.
So it's way more fun. It's
a different energy. I think we will do more of those. We were kind of getting the software set up and kind of a permanent computer for all that. But it's just harder to get in the office with everybody working full-time jobs. So
and nobody gets paid, and we get paid jack squat too. So there we go. That's the reason.
You'll get what you get and like it.
I want to show. So we do the Sunday night show now, where we do unboxings. What do we call it, Nick? I don't even.
Foxy unboxings. Yeah.
Foxy unboxings.
Unboxings.
But we should call it unboxings, like unbelievably cool.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Let's make it more obtuse.
I don't know if we've shown this one. I don't know if we aired this one yet, but look at this. This one came in from Scimitar. Scimitar is like the king of videos from the 80s and 90s, and this is one about was centerfold photography. So this is why people would buy this, right? Is so they can get some tips on photography, right? That's why they made this, right?
Yep. I can see no other reason.
Breathtaking scenery, beautiful women, and exotic paradise.
Does it have about how to like the iris and the f-stop and how to get all those settings perfect for whatever this
it doesn't say that, but it says it does contain nudity. So it says down at the bottom. 1984, 50 minutes long, contains nudity. So
we have a lot of how-to boudoir photography things. I think it was here's a little instruction and a little something else too.
A little something for the fellas. Or for if you're into that. But Scimitar, they also shout out tons of videos like that, and they have the best logo. And we're gonna make T-shirts, Scimitar T-shirts. It's a go. We're gonna make the Scimitar T-shirts, and they should arrive in a few weeks, and then we'll put up links and all that kind of stuff. So
most famously, they did How to Seduce Women Through Hypnosis, or not through hypnosis. It was how to have cyber sex on the internet. And they did rollerblading videos, whatever the trend was.
That was a different perv video. You got the confused with a different perv video. Yeah.
Common mistake. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did that one too. It was all just if there was a trend, cyber sex is something, it was like the equivalent of search engine optimization. So people are talking about rollerblading. Let's put out a video in a week and record it in EP mode, the worst quality. Just get it out there the cheapest way possible. And you'll be able to buy a t-shirt commemorating that.
I can't wait. And they're slick looking too. All right, let's get into a found footage festival classic.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Memorial Day is coming up next Monday. And as is tradition, we have to play one of the greatest home movies of all time that we found at a bookstore in Baltimore, Maryland. Our buddy Davey produced it, or he was behind it, from Found Magazine. And this was an instant classic. The second we popped it in, it was like this 30-minute video. Then we found out that the person who actually found it, it was like an hour and a half long video, or maybe a 2-hour long video, and they whittled it down to that. So let's watch some greatest hits from Memorial Day 2000.
It'll do late.
You gotta wait that.
Hey, Leah. Girl. Nothing.
Nice camper.
Thank you. Hi, Christy. How are you?
How are you?
Good. Through stripes and bright stars, through the gale, the stars, for the land of the free and the home.
Guys, fake fighting in the back.
Also, there's a barcode on the flag there too. That?
I think that's respectful.
Yeah,
I think that's allowed.
That's how the American flag actually has it, right?
That was the number of citizens when the country was founded. 0653124.
Oh, that's what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Betsy Ross sewed that
She's gonna fucking fly off.
This is just their way of honoring America's fallen veterans, right?
Yep,
Is that,
exactly.
Okay.
Through Lord of the Flies like debauchery. That's how they do it. Yep.
Did I do good, you guys?
Steve, you've been to things like this before, I bet, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like last weekend, right?
Maybe not last weekend, but
Okay, but not long ago.
Did I do good, you guys?
Oh, fuck yeah. You were the fucking whip shit of all fucking shitter bongers.
Thanks, Leah.
Classic.
Look to me, baby. What do you say?
Yeah, go girl.
Yeah, who's your daddy? Daddy wants some of that.
Struggling.
Nick, do you hate that? Do you hate the who's your daddy
Yes.
thing?
Yeah. I hate it so bad.
Look, we got to make a list of words and things that Nick hates. We just have to have the list, and then whenever there's a new thing that pops up, then we just like stop whatever we're doing and add it to the list.
I'm sure our Discord has a list going somewhere.
Yeah, there's my daddy. There's my daddy. That you hate that, right?
Yeah, who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, I do.
Girl.
Yeah, who's your daddy? Daddy wants some of that.
Struggling.
Oh, there's my daddy. There's my daddy.
Do you hate there's my daddy as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
also hate that.
Okay.
You want us to talk about our friendship?
Yes.
We smoke pot. We smoke, yeah, lots of pot. Yeah.
Lots of pot.
Since like,
Oh, Kurt! Kurt! Yeah!
Steve sitting in a camp chair right on the edge of that fire.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, so there it is, the classic Memorial Day 2000.
And I should say that America's fallen war veterans are the whipshits of all fucking shitter bongers. I think that's appropriately solemn way to commemorate that.
They
the
really
real
are.
meaning of the holiday.
Yeah, they really are.
Well, it's a classic. We play it every year, but it never gets old.
Steve, who are you selling out to this week? Who are you selling your soul to?
we have a repeat sellout, Steve. Melinda that's been around.
I love those.
It is, but here's the, it hurts me a little bit. So Melinda, Mike Mancuso, who runs the Yeti, which is an amazing t-shirt. They do toys, they do stickers, records, so much they do.
What do you mean? Like they create them? Like if we send in like a logo or something, they'll make it? Like our scimitar shirts?
Yes,
we already got those being printed somewhere else. But
they make mugs. I was watching your Saturday morning, Saturday Excuse me, of course. Saturday morning from last week. And, there was talk about the mugs, everything like that. George was taping stuff onto his mugs. They could probably make actual mugs like George had.
Let's take them up on that. Let's do it. Let's support the Melindas who support us. Let's practice what we preach. Right, Nick?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. 100%. But that is not what he is selling out for today. He wants to promote, I put an email. What would you like to promote? I would like to promote that the Sizzler anthem was robbed. Long live the sea captain, which is directly against my Neat Pete. So he is going against me with Joe.
Yes.
Very, very, very.
Finally. But you're a sellout, so you'll do whatever it takes for a little money, for a little bit of money.
Behind me.
Yeah.
You see it behind me. He's got the Yeti as the sea captain.
That is fantastic. You know what? Maybe we should start a petition or something. We could go to petitions.org or something. And
I don't know. Do you have this sea captain so everyone can see what we're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I always have that ready. Yeah.
Could you sing the Sizzler song from memory now?
Do you want me to?
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering if you remember how.
I think it goes Ponderosa, Ponderosa.
No, it's not Ponderosa. That's the Sizzler way. Get a little before you take the time. Sizzler's the best for the days that you love. Yeah.
You get a little beef for, what was it?
The day, I think. Yeah.
For the day.
Get a little beef for the day.
Yeah. I think that's how it goes. Well, let's listen to it. Here it is. Here's the Sizzler song that got robbed. Thank you, the Yeti.
Sizzler gives you choices every day. That's the Sizzler way. Get a little freedom in your life.
Sizzler for the 90s. Exactly what America wants.
Sizzler is the choice of America. Sizzler gives you choices every day.
There's our boy. There he is.
Sam Elliott.
Yep. All right. So I agree that should have won, but I appreciate them forking over money to say that. I think that's
well, listen, I've got to say to you, I've got to say to Mike, silver isn't bad. I think that's where it deserved. That's where it was. But in any event, as Mike would say, the Sizzler anthem was robbed. Long live the sea captain. And I'm willing to get behind that.
Agreed. Yep. And because of that, I think we're going to order some mugs from him. I don't know what mugs we'll order. Some Saturday morning cartoon mugs or something.
Go to the Yeti.com. This is for all the Melindas too. The Yeti.com, spelled like it is above me on that side, to check it out and support the Melindas and support us.
Yes.
Good sponsor. One we could use actually for mug purposes. So
Mm-hmm.
we have another segment we always do up top. It's This Week in Flying Windows. I apologize. We got a great box in the mail, and every tape was in one of these padded envelopes with a note on it. And I don't know who sent this, but it says, overall great. At 11 minutes or so is a flying window you'll never forget. And then it says, how was this made in the year 2000? This is called Uncle Nick and the Magic Forest. It's a kid's video. We usually don't get too excited about this, but this one's particularly good, and I swear I watched this flying window today while importing this, and I haven't forgotten it yet. It's pretty remarkable.
All right.
Every once in a while we'll do a flying window, the classic trope of flying windows at the beginning of a video to show you what's going to happen. And sometimes I like to reset, go back to basics. This one plays by its own rules.
Oh wow!
Here's Uncle Nick and the Magic Forest.
Buckle up.
Oh, it's Uncle Nick in the magic forest with Odie Coyote and Wally Koala.
Poco, 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 take us to the magic forest. Poco, 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 take us to the magic forest. Poco,
Look at this.
Poco, take us to the magic forest.
It looks like heaven.
Poco, 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 take us back home. Poco, Poco, Poco.
At first I was like, hey, that's not flying, it's just wiggling. But then look, it slowly flies out, but in a wiggling fashion. It almost like snakes its way out.
Take us back home.
More magic carpet than window to me.
Poco and Coco and Chi Bird with their animal friends from all over the world.
Yeah. So what do you think? That was Steve. It sounds like you're contending that wasn't a flying window.
That's what I'm going to say is a flying carpet, magic carpet.
Here's what it is. I've heard of these before. They're called flying wiggle windows. And
yes,
that's
just a
called
new
flying
genre
wiggle.
we haven't seen before.
Exactly. You remember D. Grunig's Wiggles? It's like that's how it got its name. It's a flying wiggle window. So yes, it's absolutely a flying window. That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's we talk about doing a segment called Unidentified Flying Windows, and that might be I mean it's something flying.
It's something to do. Yeah, it's something for us to do. Oh, Go ahead.
I have not forgotten about that flying window. I don't think anyone else will anytime soon. I'll tell you that much.
I'll let you know when I do.
Okay.
All right. Hey, you wanna rock some ravs?
Let's get into Show Us Your Raviolis. Yes.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us your raviolis. Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Have to show us your raviolis. No, just rock the ravs. That's what we do.
He doesn't sound like Lorne Michaels.
No, he sounds like a nerd in a Beastie Boys video or something. Like, no, we have to show us your raviolis. I was like, no, let's rock the ravs, dude.
The white guy in an Ice Cube sketch or something, in a CD.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. My idea is I like to welcome new people in and not alienate them. But I realized even just saying "show us your raviolis" is alienating to begin with. It's not like me saying the proper term is any more explanatory than saying "rock the rav." So I admit I'm in the wrong on that one.
We're in a clubhouse right now, and we all have our own little language that we speak, right? And so that's what we do. We don't have to talk like nerds all the time. That's not what we do it. That's not how we do it.
Okay.
So all right. So I'm going to show 2 Sin of the Cities. Are you excited? Do you want to go first? Do you want to go second? What do you think?
Let's start off with the Sin of the City.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited. This is a new show not new show. It's from 1997. It's public access from Iowa City that Brad sent us. Look at this. A spool. He calls it Sin of the Shitty. Look at all these are Sin of the Cities, and then also another one called Oddville, which is another public access from Iowa City. And he told me, he said, "Final Showdown." He goes, "This is the ultimate. This is the best one." So that's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch it in 2 parts, and it has the greatest ending of anything I've ever seen. I think it has to settle in. I just watched it today and I'm still excited about it. So here's part 1 of Sin of the City. It's like a gritty cop show where they're 100% sincere with this. Like, they're not winking at the camera. They're like trying to make a gritty cop show. And we're just learning about this now. So take notes. Here we go. Sin of the City, part 1. What I say it was called? Final Showdown.
The Final Showdown?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And the titles up top are very quick, so don't blink. Did you recognize the song just from that?
No.
Name that tune. Here we go. Was it I Had the Time of My Life? I'm sure YouTube will tell us.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll pick it. I don't know.
I think it's I Had the Time of My Life.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, back to Sin of the City.
All right, Donovan. We know.
By the way, I should say this too. He works at at least in 1997, he worked at the cafeteria at Iowa State at Iowa State, University of Iowa. And so he would use the resources there. He would film in like the library, and like all the stuff is on University of Iowa on the campus.
You and Brandon sold the drugs, okay?
Wait, get the line here.
We know you and Brandon sold the drugs, okay? Oh, Fergus. I don't know what we're going to do. How are we going to get him to talk?
I leaned heavily on Fergus's scenes here.
Fuck.
Watch this. This is the way we did it in the old days. Look, Brandon told us that you did all the selling of the drugs. So who is the source?
I'm gonna fall for that old shit because Brandon got away. So how can he tell you anything?
Well, I tried.
Look here, you lying sack of shit. I should beat your ass.
Don't, Miles. He's not worth it.
Well, if you're gonna charge me, then you should have read me my rights.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
He's right, you know. We're just gonna have to question him tomorrow again.
You know he ain't gonna talk. You know how those drug dealers are.
Then we're just gonna have to beat his ass. Miles, have you seen Wade?
I don't know. I think he's probably down at the jail yet.
If you see him, tell him that I want to see him.
All right.
He's reading the script, right? I mean, he's got the script right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And looking
Yeah.
down immediately after he finishes the read.
Yep.
If you see him, tell him that I want to see him.
All right. I'll do that.
Hey, Stimpy. What's going on?
Oh, hey, wait. Not much. Just trying to finish up something.
Did you hear the squeak of the bench? Listen to the squeak of the bench.
And that Foley artist.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that.
Hey, Stimpy. What's going on?
Oh, hey, wait. Not much. Just trying to finish up some of this paperwork.
Come on in and have a seat.
It's the same footage.
Was Fergus's laugh mic just an affectation or integral to the character?
I don't know. But watch they repeat the same footage here twice. So he walks in.
Come on in and have a seat.
I'm already in.
It's the same footage as the
The reason I asked you in here was I know why you were sitting here.
He's not a strong reader either.
No.
Also, I have a theory about this show too, because the editing is so like they'll say something, then you'll wait 2 seconds for the response. I think they edited this whole thing in camera, so they had one take and they recorded it, and then they hit pause and they went over and recorded the next one. I think that's what happened here.
But then how did they get the double take that you two called out to us earlier?
Oh, good point, Steve. So many questions.
He's somewhere between Dr. Steve Brule and like a David Lynch character. It's on that continuum.
He's the best character in the whole show. And what I love about him is that he makes the other actors look really good. Right? Like whenever he's in a scene with them, they look like phenomenal actors compared to him.
I think this also explains why you keep me on the show. It's that same philosophy.
Your VCR Party's Fergus?
I think I might be.
You are Fergus. I have a Fergus update too after that.
I can't wait. Oh, great.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. All right, where were we? Okay.
The reason I asked you in here was I know why you were sitting here from Metro.
Whatever you heard that happened in the past has no bearing whatsoever in this case.
Wait, you're a good cop, and I don't want the same thing to happen to you again.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
Your captain over at Metro says you've been a little physical with the captives.
I have to go meet Miles to help with some paperwork.
Squeaky furniture.
Do you remember in last week's episode of Sin in the City, there was this bathroom scene where he's listening to music? There's another one. It's like a regular thing. Remember he had the body glove shirt on. He doesn't have the body glove shirt on now. It's a different shirt, but he's still getting ready in front of the mirror. And then he brushes his entire teeth for this scene. I cut it short for time, but he does brush his entire teeth.
Wow, all 26 teeth.
A lot of auteurs have their, signature move. De Palma had the single camera. Hitchcock put himself in every movie.
The tracking shot for Kubrick.
Exactly. This is Greg. I forgot his last name. Greg something. All right, here we go. Watch. Here's the toothbrushing scene. What song is this?
Don't recognize it.
So he does everything. He does the molars. He does everything. Then he spits. Then he swishes, and then he wipes his mouth. It takes about a minute and a half. Yeah.
Okay, so he's getting ready then.
I guess so. In the library, University of Iowa Library. And that's the sound of that gun would make, right? Like a cannon. Like a nuclear bomb going off. Okay, so
wow.
the Fergus update is that Brad was on the bus in Iowa City, and he saw Fergus walking down the street. I think like probably like at a stoplight or something. And he rolled down his window in the bus and he yelled out to Fergus. But he kept calling him Ferguson. He said he was calling him by his wrong name. And so the Fergus didn't look, but he said everybody else on the bus did. So he's Ferguson.
It's just his character's name.
Yeah, so he's out there. He's out there somewhere.
Oh,
okay,
man.
so wait. I have one more thing. So you remember the squeaky bench scene? Do you remember last week's episode? There was a squeaky door opening scene.
Yeah.
So Zach sent something and he goes, I'm just spitballing here, but that car door squeak in Sin of the City reminded me of Scrooge McDuck's cane in DuckTales from the Nintendo game Whenever You Kill an Enemy. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then he sent the clip of Scrooge using the cane. So listen, I do side by sides here. Listen. It does, doesn't it?
I love
It's
Melinda's.
identical.
I
It's
love the Melinda's
identical.
too.
I like that. That sounds
So
stuck.
amazing.
He heard that and he's just like, you know what that reminds me of?
I have it.
And then he was like, I'm going to email that to Joe. And then I received it. I was like, yes, I am going to put that on the show. I think that's important for people to. Yeah.
Quality. It's a lot going on in the world, but I'm glad we're focusing on the stuff that's important to us. Speaking of 80s nostalgia, well, actually, this is, I think, early 90s. This is a video called Hip Hop Dance. Oh, and we got more Sin of the City, right? Part 2 coming up?
Part 2 is coming up, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, there were dances based on, they were always named after pop culture things like the Cabbage Patch or the Roger Rabbit. There's one dance that I didn't know was a thing, but I was very excited when I saw it on this tape. So here's a little bit of Hip Hop Dance.
Put down your cheese and dance.
Put down your cheese and dance, that mouse is saying. Yeah. And the sound effect was like somebody getting shot in the University of Iowa library. If you listen to the very beginning.
It does sound like that. Geek. Who would write geek on the?
Yeah.
Now the 7 steps I'm going to demonstrate for you today are the Cabbage Patch, the Owl, the RoboCop, the Running Man, the Roger Rabbit, the Vogue, and the Mike Tyson. So what do you say we get started, huh? Now the Owl is a step that looks like you're moving, looks like you're walking, even when you're in a stationary position.
Yeah, this is how Alf would move on the show.
Right. I remember that.
The Owl. Legs slightly bent to begin with. One leg extends. While it extends, the arms straighten on either side of it. Then you release both your arms and your extended leg. That's the basic step. The Mike Tyson. Step to the side and bring the opposite leg so that it crosses in back. As it crosses in back, you swing your arm across like you're throwing a punch.
Do you think there was a dance called, like what pop culture things, like was there a dance called like the Rubik's Cube? Do you think at some point that just didn't take off? Or like the Where's the Beef, like there had to have been. The Webster?
Cashing in on popular catchphrases.
Yeah.
That should be a dance. The cashing in on popular catchphrases.
The Tip
dance.
O'Neill.
Yeah.
People
And I
were
think
famous.
it wasn't it wasn't I think like in the late 90s that fizzled out, you know. There wasn't like the Ace Ventura or you know what I mean? Like it seemed to have kind of
Right.
ended at the end of the 80s, basically.
Yeah. They're like, do you want to keep doing this? And they're like, nah, let's not do this anymore. But I'm proud of you, Nick, for following up on the Elf because I was putting some pressure on you to learn the dance. I saw you doing the dance, and you were really good at it. You did a
Thank
really
you
good
very
job.
much.
You had a
Thank you.
serious expression. I wanted you to have a serious expression. You did.
I did.
Yes.
Yep. All right. I have followed through on that. Will you follow through on more Fergus? I think that's what the viewers demand.
And I did weigh heavily on the Fergus scenes. Like there were some scenes that I just cut out completely. But Nick, I'm thinking for EP mode Thursday nights, $10 and up Patreon patrons that we watch an entire episode.
I'm for it. It's got tedium, but there's some action.
We got something. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And
But
it's local, and nobody else has copies of this. So I think
Right.
it's a great added value for supporting us on Patreon. That'd be
Yes,
great.
Totally. We got something else different this Thursday. We'll talk about later, but next week we'll do Sin of the City. All right, here's the thrilling conclusion. Part 2 of Sin of the City. In the City of the City.
Ferguson.
Look at it. They actually do establishing shots, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Like he watches his shows. Like, look at it. What do you think, Steve? You're a director.
Yep, that's a perfect establishing shot. I know just where I am and where I'm going.
Meanwhile, in the tree,
building tree.
The ending of this is so good. It's okay. Here we go.
Have this have happened?
Look, Donovan was just shot. He's not dead. The only lead we have here is Brandon.
Okay, I'll get right on it. Fergus, I need to talk.
So that wasn't my edit. That's how it was. I'll get right on that, and then he's back to there.
In the empty shelves.
Yeah.
Okay.
The empty shelf room. Yeah.
Fergus, I need to talk to you.
Miles, I'll be with you in a minute.
Going over my next line.
Now, what's on your mind?
I got a call from Nicole last night.
That's going in the trailer right there. That's going.
I got a call from Nicole last night, and she said that she saw Wade and Brandon outside talking.
What's the big deal? Wade was probably checking up on Brandon.
Did he do a good job with that line? Steve, you're the director.
I nailed it. I'm taking the Fergus School of Acting. This is going to be.
Yeah.
Taking notes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't you want me to keep an eye on Brandon? Wasn't that the deal?
No, but Brandon is the only link to the source.
It sure looks like it to me. I mean, that could explain how Donovan got shot.
You could be on to something here. Just between you and me, we can't tell Wade any of our plans to get to the source until we find out if he's on the take.
How do you think Brandon got away? How do you think I got shot? Of course.
So he didn't die. He's still alive.
Right.
Yep.
Whew.
Are you guys following the story at all?
No, there's just a bunch of names and
I have a feeling that
empty shelves.
Donovan's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Brandon escaped.
Is that Donovan right there with the St. Louis Blues sweater
If
on?
it is,
Okay.
who's the guy who wears the Chicago Bulls hat? He's the bad one.
Oh, it's Chicago White Sox. I think it is.
White
yeah,
Sox,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's Brandon. I think that's Brandon. Yeah.
Oh,
I think this is Donovan.
He got shot, right?
No, Brandon got away. There was the new cop that met with Ferguson. That's why.
Oh, is that Donovan? Okay. Well, let's watch. We'll find out.
Okay,
But
perfect.
yeah, this guy.
I couldn't hear it over the furniture squeak, so I lost a lot.
I'm still thinking about Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, what video game sound effect does the bench squeak sound like?
Oh, here we go.
I think I got shot. Of course. That's what I thought.
Oh, is Ricardo the source?
Ricardo.
He's the man you're looking for. All right. That's what I thought.
I need to speak to Lieutenant Fergus.
But he was just in his room. Why didn't he just walk across the
There
room
should have been a clock wipe. Time has elapsed here.
Okay.
Fergus, this is Miles. I need backup right away.
Where are you?
I was outside Nicole's apartment, and I saw Wade talking to another man. I couldn't actually see who it was. So I need backup right away.
That must be Richard who was talking to Wade. Okay, Miles. I'll send backup.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
How's it going, partner?
Oh.
Wait, how could you do this? I thought you were on our side.
You know as well as I do, cops don't get paid shit.
Look, man, where are your morals at? I can't believe you were bought. Not so fast. Drop that gun.
Here, somebody started up their car right
Yeah.
now.
In the scripts.
That car starting sound effect is exactly like
Yeah.
Bonk's adventure on the TurboGrafx 16 when he hit something with a hammer.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
I killed you.
That's just one more of these things that you fucked up. Get the hell out of here, Miles.
But he shot him.
It didn't finish the job though. So
Well, not only that, but there's a second car start after every time this guy finishes the line, they have to put in a new car starter.
There's another car started.
I killed you.
That's just one more of these things that you fucked up. Get the hell out of here, Miles.
You let me go, man?
Like hell. That's for what you get at the library.
So this is exactly how it ends. All right. That's what you get for. He just punched him. He gut shot him. He tried to kill him, and he's just gonna punch him, and that's his revenge. Okay, so that's what you did. That's what you get for what you did at the library. Gut shooting me, and then it ends this way. The greatest ending in cinematic history, right?
That's for what you get at the library.
This Christmas season, join Pure Entertainment and Kids TV for all new holiday programming. Candlelight Processional with Gary Sinise.
Doesn't it look like how cheeky it is? It looks like he has a devil's goatee because of where the mic's hit.
By my count, there are 7 hilarious things that happen in this ending. It's just nonstop. Pure Entertainment is exactly right, and you can't hear him talking, and the camera's so shaky. And what's he doing there? And also, they say, "Can a white processional?" I thought it was going to say, "Can a white processional sing their hearts out to
Candlelight?" I think it's Candlelight.
Okay,
I didn't get that either.
It sounded like "Can a white processional?" Let's
programming.
In association with Kids TV. Yeah.
Great.
I'm sure Kids TV did a lot of help on this one. Yeah.
Holiday programming. Candlelight Processional with Gary Sinise.
It's 2 people fighting over the camera.
Maybe it's the kids from Kids TV. I want to shoot Gary Sinise.
Well, yeah, maybe the camera's too high. They just can't reach it. So they're...
Yeah.
You know how they are at Kids TV. Kids.
Oh.
Do you think the executive producer at Kids TV was talking to Gary Sinise beforehand? Like, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. An 11-year-old CEO of Kids TV.
Occasionally,
baby. Occasionally we'll pitch TV shows, and if we ever get one on the air, I think Pure Entertainment should be our production company.
I think it's,
with that exact logo.
And the music behind it, and
try to get Gary Sinise in it.
Oh boy! See, wasn't that one of the greatest endings in cinematic history of all time? Yeah,
that was amazing.
I think I might just keep playing Sin of the Cities each week. I think that might be my thing through summer.
I certainly am enjoying them.
Yeah.
Well, we got a whole spool of them, so. But I think I occasionally will have to interrupt that with some Mark Animal McYoung. That's right, our favorite instructor on how to win bar fights, how to survive a street knife attack. And this time it's how to survive if you get knocked down, what to do if you're knocked down.
The whole video is that. The whole video is what to do if you get knocked down. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And I really genuinely like Mark Animal McYoung. I think he's entertaining, but he has a flub in here that he just, it's a word he can't say. There's even outtakes at the end where they show him trying to say it, and this is the best version of it they got. So I put that at the end. Mark Animal McYoung, down but not out.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, there's our thumbnail.
You recognize the guy with the ponytail?
Oh yeah.
Street knife attack.
Chris Karachi has a saying which is train as you live as you train. Good advice. I had my elbow up, so when he landed on me, it wouldn't crush my throat. He's grabbing the back of my head, trying to pull it down, so I hit on the concrete. I'm trying to tuck up, headbutt him, and on top of that, he's trying to knee me in the cojones. I'm in the meantime blocking it. It was an ugly situation. So,
Steve, that sounds like a story you tell in high school in Rhode Island. I'm on the ground. This dude's coming up to me. I'm trying not to get kneed in the cone. This is an ugly situation. Oh. This is you like and your buddies right after you went to go to that temple to try to ring the bell.
I pull it down, so I hit on the concrete. I'm trying to tuck up, headbutt him, and on top of that, he's trying to knee me in the cojones. I'm in the meantime blocking it. It was an ugly situation. So it looks something like this, going backwards. Now in this one, the trachea is in the crook of the arm, and by applying pressure this way, like a nutcracker, I cut the flow off to his brain. Staying on the ground with the guy while his buddies are around leads to them just kicking your kidneys into guacamole. I don't like that. What's called the ready position, and that's this.
Oh.
In that situation, you're left with the choice of, well, the only way to get him off is to bite him in the crotch. Now we come to another important issue, and that's getting up. How we get up has a lot to do with whether or not somebody turns our kidneys into guacamole. Before you even consider doing it, you make sure that your life is in danger because you will be up on potential murder charges on this one.
Did you spot the flub?
I didn't even know what he said. He flubbed so hard.
It's potential murder charges. He tries so hard to say it right in the outtakes, but that's the best he could do is potential murder charges.
Kidneys into guacamole. Before you even consider doing it, you make sure that your life is in danger because you will be up on potential murder charges on this one.
Potential.
Potential.
2 words.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like hugging like they were friends.
Hey, we did it. We got another video.
There's outtakes at the end?
Yeah, I'm gonna save those for another time. But yeah, there are some outtakes at the end that and that's where you really get to see like who he is as, off camera, where he's not doing his on-camera persona. And his buddies seem to really enjoy him. He's he's very lovable guy. There's a viewer of our show, Jay, who writes in and he's like, I have all of Mark Animal McYoung's books.
Oh, really?
He goes, if you ever want to get him on the show, he seems very open to doing stuff. So we just
really?
gotta come up with a good bit for him to do or something. But I think
for sure.
I think we could get Mark Animal McYoung on the show.
There's so much potential there.
I couldn't have said it better. Yeah.
I think some hot
rock ravs.
Those are some hot rockin' ravs.
Shows your raviolis. Shows your raviolis. Shows your raviolis.
All right, let's jump into some cyber videos. I'm not doing IMGs this week. I took a week off because somebody sent the cyber video that I've been absolutely in love with, and I'll just start. I'll just go right away.
Yeah. I think I saw this one too. It was on my list. I'm glad you're showing it.
So, Nick, like last week, you said you showed the greatest video of all time, and don't disagree with you. I think there's some debate there, but I think this one is definitely in the top 10 of greatest videos of all time. And I'd never seen it. It's been out since it was uploaded in 2009. And the actual title is Winkers TM of 4. Winkers TM of 4. It's actually uploaded by the company that made it. So it wasn't like some Yahoo like us, you know, like
Right.
who's just like, oh, here's a funny video I found. I'm going to upload this to get 1 million views. It's the actual company that uploaded it. And then it got 1 million views from doing that. And they called it Winkers TM of 4. I assume TM means trademarked, but I don't know what a 4 means. Anyway, it's a work of art, and I can't believe I've never seen it. And George, Steve, have you seen Winkers TM of 4?
No, this will be a first.
Not that I'm aware of.
This is an exciting new product coming out in 2009. The video's perfect. The product is perfect. The music is perfect.
It's exactly the way I wink, one at a time.
I have one note. Can we put the sound effect of the squeaking bench?
With every footstep, like. Okay.
I think they should have gone with a more prominent butt too. There's just, you know, you would have had a more pronounced wink, but go on.
You don't like this person's ass. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying, for showing off your product, you might want to go with a more memorable ass.
Look at action.
And
listen to the music. Again,
Take
there's
2,
like
take 3, take 4, take 5.
there's like
This is
7
the curtain
hilarious
opening
things.
transition here too.
Exactly. There's 7 hilarious things that are happening at the exact same time. Nick, your thoughts on that ass? Does that make the
I also would have gone more memorable. Action.
Take 1, take 2. Scene 1, oh, it says scene 1. Steve, as a director, would you get those pants for when you direct something?
Yes, without a doubt.
All right, and back to 1. I'm going to turn around and action.
What do you mean we can't make the camera assistant wear these?
Where to get them? I just email Bill0332 _ at.
You can barely read it. It's so like
Paint splatter transition.
For the duck lovers out there.
Quack.
I don't really like all that brown that's coming through the butt crack there. It doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, Nick, is that one of the things you hate?
Well, yeah, I certainly don't like it.
Yeah,
guys, it's nature.
That's a better ass right there, right, Nick?
Definitely.
More memorable. Definitely
Yeah.
more memorable.
Oh, they got owl ones.
That's the first ass again, right?
I think so.
Oh, I think it is. Yeah. Now look at this. So 2 Winkers things come up right now, but then watch this ghost car go by, and then this ghost person. See the ghost car and then the ghost person.
Yeah. It's like the kid in the back of 3 Men and a Baby, you know?
Yeah.
It's,
What's the voice say?
I don't know. I think it must be on the song.
These are a terrible idea.
I feel it's like I'm waiting for the car to pass.
You're not even wearing these like in the streets of New York City. You're like in suburban, like Ohio or something.
Yeah.
He's wearing these to go get a carton of milk.
George, can you look these up? See if there are any for sale on eBay. There's got to be some.
I don't know about
Email
that.
Bill _032 336 at Yahoo.
Oh.
All right, hold on. Save it for the ending. And here's the thing. You know the video's over because of this. Watch this. They included this at the end of the video. It says the end. So that way you know.
Winkers video.
That way you know when the Winkers video is over with because it says the end. Steve, as a director, is that imperative to do in your films?
Without a doubt, people will never know when it ends if you don't put up the end there.
Isn't it the greatest thing of all time? Like, God damn, Winkers.
Yeah. Yep.
George,
I'm giving me a pair of the owls.
One pair of owls, please. George, you find anything?
Yeah, they did get a lot of coverage around 2009. There are a lot of news articles, but it looks like their website, winkersdesign.com, is down. And I'm actually happy for that because I was afraid it would have turned into a porn site, and I'm using my primary browser here.
Oh, Winkers? Yeah, that does kind of sound dirty, doesn't it?
The dark web browser.
Yeah.
Well, let me cleanse the palate with a home movie that I don't know what to make of this. This is a home movie that took place in a funeral parlor. If it's set up, it's done pretty well because this was shot in the 80s. But it's these two kids. It appears that one of their parents works at the funeral, the casket shop, and it's after hours. They set up a camera and are just kind of having some fun, and then they get busted. So I call this one Funeral Home Dancers Get Busted.
Pump up the volume, test. I thought we had a talk about this once. Were you fooling around the funeral home and you didn't clean up after yourself? And I told you you were never to come over here again? And you're in here frigging around like this? Get your stuff and get it out of here. Mom lost the dog over in the park. I want you to go over there and find her. You got some nerve doing that, Dominic, after I told you not to.
What? This filming? No.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole video.
That's pretty great.
So I don't know. The dad kind of had Fergus-like delivery, which made me think it might be fake at the end. But the kids' reactions look real to me. Seems like they're not overplaying it.
I mean, even if it is fake, it's two kids dancing to pump up the volume in a funeral, the showroom, in the showroom of a like that in and of itself is pretty great. But
that's ultimately why I decided I didn't care if it was fake or not. It was still even up to that point, like seeing the kids dancing to pump up the volume.
I have a new theory.
Oh, let's hear it.
I think that the mom works at the funeral home. She's bring her kids there sometimes, and so they mess around like that. And so the guy who comes in is probably the funeral home owner or something like that, and he's mad at him. He's not the dad at all.
Oh, he's not the. No, he said your mom. Oh, he said your mom.
Yep.
I just assumed that
the dog in the park. That's yeah. It's also weird. Like, wouldn't you just say you came in here, not like I told you not to come into the funeral home? I don't know. So it just I couldn't tell. Yeah,
right.
But even so, I just liked everything about it. So.
Where'd you find this? Did somebody send this in, or
I don't remember where I found this, but yeah, it was just on my list.
How many views?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Over 1 million or like under?
No. It's I don't think this is that well known, but it made the rounds at some point. It made its way across my desk. So
George,
funeral home dancers get busted.
George, can you creep that one? Can you like?
I'm currently looking up the pricing on Winkers. I'll have an update.
One thing at a time.
Okay, all right. Okay. By the way, Winkers was sent by Hayden. Thank you, Hayden, for sending that in. All right,
Steve, do you have any jock commercials, jock jams?
Jock Jam, I certainly do. So with baseball, after Tim Anderson last week, who was should have saved for this week, he got into a big fight with the Yankees. Lots going on, but I did some deeper dives, and I found this one, and I want you to just grade. There's 4 participants in the commercial, 2 of which are athletes, and I just want you to tell me, give a grade to each performer.
Okay. All right.
Dustin, I heard that math was your favorite subject in school.
It was.
Well, I have a question only an expert could answer. What is the square root of 196?
You got a computer?
I'll give you a little hint. A legendary outfielder wore that number.
I give up.
Young man, let me help you. The answer is 14.
I don't believe it. It's Jim Rice.
Whether you're looking for tires or factory schedule maintenance, we have the answers at Sullivan Tire.
Oh boy.
There's
Robbie
a lot
Krieger of the Doors.
There's a lot that goes on in that. I like the hair and makeup at the very end. They're like, no, you're fine to shoot. Go ahead. No, you're fine. Yeah.
His whole hair was a flyaway.
Yeah.
Number 1 was Jim Rice. He was the best actor. The little girl was number 2. I would say that the wild-haired man, Albert Einstein,
Yep.
was number 3, and the number 4, distant 4, was Dustin Pedroia wearing those
Dustin
those
Pedroia.
pleated khakis too. He just looked like
He
a
didn't look like
dork.
an athlete. Yeah, he
No.
looked like a dork.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah. Wow, that's a good one.
I agree with that. I would just put the little girl as number 1. I think that's my only.
No, Jim
difference
Rice.
in those
Jim
rankings.
Rice blew her out of the water. I thought she was gonna be number 1 until Jim Rice showed up, and I was like, yeah.
They didn't give him much to work with, though.
The back of those pleated khakis, Winkers. It's a fun fact about that commercial.
What if he-
George, what do you have for
What if
us?
he was just wearing winkers? It's like they don't even call attention to it. You can kind of see a duck on the side.
Well, I gotta go. I'm starting this week. He walks away. There's dust.
Take one, take 2, or action.
So, in 2009, Winkers was started by a 73-year-old retiree named William Jones. So that was who the bill in that
William, yeah. Okay.
So that would make him, what, 85 today? 86? Hopefully he still followed his dream, even though his site is down. But here are some pricing. Eyes was $159. Ducks were $169. Clapboards, $259.
What?
The Owl, $279. And the most expensive, Lion in the Jungle, $579.
$579. Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe we could maybe he has some dead stock or something. We could buy it off of him and then we could sell it on our store.
If he's still with us, perhaps. But it sounds like
Exclusive
only made.
distributors of Winkers brand jeans.
Oh, wait. What if we ask the Yeti to make some Winkers for us, and we'll have like an idea. We'll come up with an idea of like what would be a good thing to, maybe it's Songer's mouth or something. I don't know. Well, yeah. Let us know in the comments what we should make a winker of, and we'll talk to the Yeti about making a winker.
What about the Eyes Have It? I mean, that'd be kind of cool to see.
Right. What's her name?
Her eyes.
Yeah.
Donna Mills.
Donna Mills. Yeah.
Donna Mills.
Yeah. Donna Mills' face, like right on your ass. Each eye. Yeah.
So I saw on Discord that some people missed seeing last year's 900 line corner. So today I'm going to show you some of what I think to be the greatest 900 line scam of all time. But first, let's revisit excerpts from just a few of the many, many, many scams that we've seen so far.
The answer is in the stars.
I think I'm cursed.
I'm just bad luck.
Stop. If you're tired of bad luck, if you think your life is jinxed, now you can change it with E. David Scott's Curse Removal. Call this number and follow simple instructions.
It really works. Within 2 days, I won this car in a drawing and $20,000.
Call and let positive forces instantly cast away the evil spirits that bring you bad luck. Handwriting analysis is a real science, proven accurate. Now you can have your handwriting analyzed.
We have a video
Call
about
this
this.
number and have pen and paper ready. Handwriting expert Ernest Garfield will uncover your
Handwriting by
hidden
phone.
self. Just follow simple directions and respond by pushing the buttons on your phone. Imagine listening to a talking dog. This is no joke. This is the real thing. Call now. 1-900-386-TALK. T-A-L-K. $1.75 first minute, 75 cents additional minutes. If you're under 18, get your parents' permission to call. Call now. You may never in your life be able to hear another real talking dog.
Okay, but after my investigation, the biggest scam of all, in 1987, CBS aired a summer replacement series called CBS Summer Playhouse, which aired pilots that hadn't been picked up. It was hosted by the stars of Frank's Place. I don't know if you remember that, a series that would debut on CBS that fall. And the first season had 13 episodes. And here's part of the first episode, which was a generic remake of the 1960s mystery spy show, The Saint.
I'm Tim Reed.
And I'm Daphne Maxwell Reed.
And this is the CBS Summer Playhouse, a new approach to television directly involving you, the viewer. Each year, many other programs are produced that do not have the luxury of finding a home on the fall schedule.
And tonight, we'll be your hosts as we watch one of these pilots.
Now, here's the fun part. CBS would like to hear what you think. At the end of the hour, we'll give you 2 telephone numbers so you can phone in and tell them whether you like the show or not.
Those bastards. And they charge you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're gonna help them and
we're back, so get those pencils ready. We're running out of time.
If you like the Saint, call 1-900-220-2311.
If you didn't like the Saint, call 1-900-220-2322.
Didn't like.
So they got 45,000 calls. 40,000 liked it. 3,700 didn't like it. But here's why this is the greatest scam of all time, in my eyes. So CBS got to make money off a 900 line.
Yeah.
They didn't have to pay any production costs because these were pilots that were just burning off things that were never going to air anyway.
Yeah.
They got to advertise Frank's Place.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was kind of like, you vote and maybe we'll make one of these into a series. None of the 13 pilots was ever made into a series.
They never ended up doing it. It was just an
Yes.
excuse for them to make some 1-900 money.
Yes. And the thing is, I remember the show and I remember wanting to call in because to me, it was, you're actually going to affect the future of television.
Well, it's like now you always get asked to do surveys, just like take a survey, tell us, and then like, can you imagine if they said, and then we'll charge you a few bucks for taking the survey? How's that sound? You're doing them a favor and they're charging you for it.
But they never intended to make it into a series, into a regular series. And they had CBS's name behind it. Everything else that airs as a 900 commercial, is a fly-by-night company.
Right.
Did they get sued for that?
They did not.
Sued for that. They didn't get sued. Let's sue them right now. Let's
All
call
right.
Anderson.
Yeah.
I want to be a fly on the wall of the guy who actually called the talking dog 1-900 number. It's like, honey, grab me the phone. I got to hear this dog talk. I got to hear this thing.
It's a real actual talking dog.
Well, that's what the commercial said. I don't know. Well, let's take a listen.
I'm glad that the segment came back, however briefly, and that's how to watch cyber videos for this week.
Real quick. I want to take a look at some nice things. So coming up, okay, these are kind of a stretch for nice things, but the real reason we're doing this nice things because Steve has a great story, but we'll save that for last. He told it to me the other day, and I was in tears, and I was just like, "You got to tell that on the show," and he agreed to do it. So, but first, coming up, what is it? This May 27th,
Friday.
This Friday. Yeah,
big anniversary.
of Dr. Sternholm when he had. How'd you describe it, Nick? He said.
A woman who looks like Susan Sarandon and her daughter who looks like Winona Ryder standing awkwardly for this doctor's home movie that we found at a thrift store.
And we still don't understand. Yeah. So here's that. So there's the May 27th. What? 1998? 93?
I'm Dr. Sternholm. I'll let you hold this picture with me.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's when they
let's see if
held
we
the
can
buffalo.
see that camera on that one. Maybe shift it my way to get out of the letters here. And I'll just let you both sit tight and we'll just fade out here, okay?
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks to both of you.
And he leaves them standing there.
See, in the movie version, Susan Sarandon and Winona Ryder will play these two. In the dramatized version of that 5-second video clip.
Yeah. All right. So that's
so at
11:20
a.m. Yes. So wherever you are, hold a picture of a buffalo.
I was gonna say point to the sky.
That too.
Okay. All right. Next. We got a Jim's Coin Melinda mixer. We're just throwing everything into nice things here. Who sent this one? Rob sent this one. Jim's,
this is
Jim's Coins.
Outstanding.
I don't think I have to play Jim's Coins anymore. Everybody's heard Jim's Coins. I've been playing it nonstop for the last month and a half. So I'm not going to play the original commercial. I'm just going to play Rob's version of it, which is the ska version, and it's so good. Here it is.
Jim's Coins, Jim's Coins, Jim's Coins in Hilda. Jim's Coins, silver. Jim's Coins, gold. Jim's Coins in Hilda. Madison.
Scottison. That's pretty great.
I love it.
That's so good. Nick, I saw you do some skanking there, or were you doing the elf? Were you doing the elf?
No,
or
I
were you
was skanking there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
that was a really nice thing. I can't wait till the showdown where we have Jim from Jim's Coins judge which is his favorite remix. It's going to be
I'm going to be in Wisconsin next weekend. So I think on Friday I might go into Jim's Coins. I wonder how we should do this. Should we do it over Zoom, or should I just like play it for him on my phone and he can like watch and be like thumbs up, thumbs down, or does this move on to the next round? I don't know. We got to talk about this.
I think Zoom's probably better because I want him to be able to hear it and see his expression. And if you're playing it with the phone speaker, I just don't think it's going to be the same.
No, you're right. Okay, we'll do that. That'll be a special show. Now, this is the moment I've been waiting for because I'm so excited. Nick and George, you have not heard the story.
No.
And he told it to me on Sunday, and it has a visual aid. And do you remember Steve's big fan Bob story? Of course you do. It's the greatest story of all time. I think I don't. You don't have to retell the story. I eventually want you to retell the story, but I think this is on the same level of the big fan Bob story, or at least close.
I can just tell you both. You can see by Joe's excitement that I have completely embarrassed myself like that, as with Big Fan Bob and everything like this. It's just another example. I tell Joe a story about me being an idiot. He gets very excited, and
can't get enough.
Tell this on the show. So this was a while ago, and I'm texting with my friends, and my wife's family has a giant, everybody in the family is involved in this giant text thread. And so all of a sudden my wife turns to me and goes, "What did you just send to my family?" And
a mistaken text.
And I had accidentally sent a text where the lead into it with the family is right after Ansel's kindergarten teacher swung by and dropped off his activities for the week. I immediately responded, "She banged Tommy at Mike O'Brien's New Year's party in 1994. Now, I just want to be clear. I was not slut shaming her. I was not doing anything. It was a girl who had gone to a different school. Somebody had run into her, and it's the only way I could try to get my other friend to understand who I was talking about. So my brother banged Tommy at Mike O'Brien's New Year's party in 1994. Wait, now you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Also, you have some typos and you forgot to use the word "in." But I mean, there's just again 7 hilarious things in this. All right.
Well, it happens right after my Ansel's kindergarten teacher. So my brother-in-law, of course, goes, "Now that's going way back." My wife immediately just
the emoji,
facepalm emoji.
Sir is what I call my father-in-law. That's how
formal.
Yes, exactly, that I normally am. And he's asking if I know this teacher.
You know her, Steve?
Obviously I don't. Ethan turns up the nostril with sounds like Tommy does, apparently in the biblical way too. Oh boy. So then I have to respond. I said I'm slightly confused regarding the subject matter.
FaceTime call.
My wife accidentally FaceTimes everyone in this whole thing. She's as flustered as I am.
Mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law finally comes in. I am getting really confused by quite a lot of these recent texts.
Yep. And then Steve, you say best to just move on.
Move on. Yes. So
Steve classic. It's Steve classic.
Who are you trying to text about somebody who banged Tommy at Mike O'Brien's New Year's party?
I have a group text with my friends from high school, and they were, who is this girl? I ran into her. I don't know who she is. Don't worry, guys. I'll step in with the perfect story. You'll know exactly who she is. And yep.
Oh, you did it again. You did it again. Another
big
Steve
fan,
Lawrence.
Steve.
Big fan, Steve. Yeah.
By the way, so this story happened a while ago, and the reason why I told the story is the other day when I was walking to the bathroom in the morning, I accidentally on that same group text hit there's like a FaceTime button at the top right as I'm going into the bathroom.
Going number 2. He's going number 2.
Oh, almost. Oh, I luckily was able to turn it / no one answered before I realized. So that was the embarrassing story I was telling, which led to the second. It's just knocking things out of the park over here, guys.
Well, he's on the toilet. He actually FaceTimes the entire group.
Frank Drebin over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Lynn, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
You want to talk to everybody while you're taking a shit. That's a good time to talk to everybody. I'm taking a shit.
But that is like the worst place for that stupid button.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not your fault at all.
So Ansel's kindergarten teacher didn't bang Tommy at Mike O'Brien's party.
Correct.
In
2
1994.
separate
Okay.
conversations.
Okay, got it. All right,
Yeah.
just want to clear
And
that
not
up
that I
once and
know
for
of,
all.
by the way. She may have, and
I want to make
that's
sure
fine.
that your mother-in-law and Sir both are, Sir, know that that's not the same
Yes,
person.
I'm sure
Okay.
they're tuning in tonight. So
They always do. Yeah. They're on the Discord too. So
that's probably true.
Good stuff. Any more nice things? I think that's it. Let's close it up.
That's it.
Boy, oh boy, I got some goddamn tears here. That's
yeah.
What a show, huh? God,
Hell
man,
of a show.
We've been knocking it out of the park lately, haven't we?
Not only that, the VCR Party universe is expanding. We have a podcast that has a new episode going up this week. It's called Bastard Tapes. And it's basically what we do, but for audio, things that slip through the cracks, things that shouldn't have been heard, but are coming to light. And the theme of it's hosted by Tim Harrod from The Onion. And this is all about toys, like commercials based on toy lines. So the Monchichis put out an album, for example, the Care Bears. And Tim has picked out some real gem. Oh, the Garbage Pail Kids have a song.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Of course they did.
And, we've heard a little bit of Cabbage Patch Dreams from the, that video that won our video of the year in 2019, I believe.
I was going to say that won our hearts.
It won our hearts too.
Yeah.
So everything's referred to. This is probably one of my favorite episodes because it's really deep cut, obscure stuff. So
it should be up right now. It's going to be up right now. Yeah.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep. Yeah,
Go
exactly.
to Bastard Tapes.
Hey, I want to tell everybody now. I know not everybody watches Saturday morning cartoons who watches VCR Party. It's a tough show to get through. It's a slog even for me because the cartoons are just usually unwatchable. But this last Saturday, boy, oh boy, that was such a fun one. We did a table read of a comic book that Cookie Madison sent us from New Zealand. Cookie made this and just we didn't commission it, just sent it and colored it and wrote it, and it's just brilliant. We did a table read of it, and everybody loved it across the board. Everybody's like, this is the best Saturday of all time. So everybody go over, watch Saturday Morning Mysteries on our
it is
YouTube
really
page.
good, but I just want to say you're really selling the show. Saturday morning is so much
It's a
fun.
slog. It's a slog.
Horrible show.
normally
I
it's
don't want
good.
any part of
This
it.
one was
But
no.
last week,
What I'm saying are the cartoons are sometimes hard to watch. We're charming. We're great. We have all these games and all that stuff's fun. The cartoons are Laser Tag Academy. You want to watch that again, Steve? You want to watch Laser Tag Academy again?
Well, hopefully our commentary makes it
Exactly.
fun for people to watch.
Yeah,
It's
you're
a fun-
right.
it's a fun show to
It's a
check
great
out.
show. Everybody should watch it. We have a sale on puzzles this week. Puzzle season's coming up, and so $18 is what we
Wow.
reduced it for 1 week.
They were
$18.
$30. Now they're 18.
Exactly.
All right.
Get your puzzles now. Everything must go.
I want to remind people that in addition to the main way you can support everything we do, like we said, we do this show essentially for free, but to keep the lights on, pay our rent in our office of videos, we have a Patreon, and that's how you can keep us doing this show, Saturday Morning Cartoons, which is a slog, but we still would like to keep doing it. We have a Patreon where you can chip in. If you get $10 a month, we do a bonus show, which we'll talk about in a second. And we're also doing an unboxing show if you're at that level. But we've decided to come up with a goal to make it fun for people, and mainly through humiliation. So we all happen to have vehicles here in New York City. It's expensive enough to do that on its own, but we've agreed to get vanity plates with really dumb VCR Party references if we can get to $4,500 a month. We are currently at, I think, $4,163 on our Patreon. So we just need like $330 or so more per month to, as soon as we get to that level, I mean, back for a month just to have us do this, we're all going to get dumb license plates. So the current strong contender for me to get is Vegan 69.
I would love it if you got Vegan 69 so much. Oh, that'd be the most fun.
And it sounds funny in theory, but I just know if I actually have that, it is going to be one of the most embarrassing things on my Prius to have.
I had the idea for George or for Steve to have iFrench. What do you think about iFrench? Would you do that?
I would, of course, but I like the one that one user suggested. It was KP-385, and I'm like, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that.
What's KP-385? What is that?
My current license plate.
Oh,
I don't like that idea.
No. iFrench, yeah, because you do. And then George, I was thinking Creepo for you.
I was thinking Pond 5.
Oh yeah, Pond
because
5.
that segment, I don't know how long it's going to last. And then I've got I've got a corner on the back of my car for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
What about DMV creep?
That's a lot of letters.
That's too many.
Or Pond 69. I don't know.
Oh yeah. That's a good one too. All right, yeah. So chip in, help us out. George, excuse me. Did you contact Flower Power yet?
I made many calls. And so far, the home number has been busy. It's not a fake number. I'm wondering whether they have a rejection for not familiar numbers. So I'm doing research on how to get around that. But because I had read that somebody online had called him at his home number, which is readily available, and spoke with him about it. Oh well,
yeah.
Well, I didn't talk to him, but I talked to his wife. Yeah.
This is the hippie movie pitch that we watched in its entirety on our EP mode last week, wasn't it? Yeah, last week. So
yeah. Oh yeah, and it's fantastic too. Speaking of EP mode, coming up this Thursday, real quick, we'll be done with all this shit in a second. David, okay, so on that Flower Power, David Cross gave us that Flower Power tape, and on that tape was just like a medley of a bunch of other great stuff, including these Star Search auditions, and so much more stuff. Like I don't want to spoil any surprises, but we watched the rest of the David Cross medley tape that he gave us. So we already watched Flower Power. We're going to watch the other stuff. And Tim put together, our Bastard Tapes Tim, put together a baffling non-joke from a Star Search auditioner that's on that David Cross tape. So let's take a look at that.
You know, I had a tough life when I was growing up. You know, in the first place, my mom didn't even want to marry my dad. I mean, dad would call my mom and then he'd raise her 5.
So that's the kind of quality you're going to get on Thursday. Thursday, that'll be the kind of quality you're going to get.
And there's, the other thing is we found some raw footage from the Tenacious D show.
I want to say that as a surprise. I wanted to say that as a surprise.
Okay.
But no, but that's good. Yeah. No, that's a good tease. It's actually better you said. It's a good tease.
Okay, just a tease, but it's like nobody else had it. It was like a David Cross's private, I guess, tape that he had that we have a copy of. So anyway, that's you can only see that at patreon.com/foundfootagefest festival.
All right, do we get everything? We got all.
I think that's it.
There's one more thing, but
okay,
we're building our found footage VCR Party family. Strange Tapes has a show that's so good. And Strange Tapes is going to produce 4 episodes just for us, just for the Found Footage channel on YouTube for this summer. First one goes up this Saturday, and this guy. So right when I think that the universe of our VHS things is just like that's it, he introduces us to a whole new universe. So he's also a collector. He lives in Chicago.
Yeah, this is Scott Miller, who does a zine called Strange Tape Zine. We collaborated with him and with Josh from Lunch Meat on our Workout Rewind zine. And so, yeah, he does the Strange Tapes Strange Show that's going to be exclusive on our channel for the summer. So,
and he's so good. Watch some of his old shows because he actually interviewed the kid from Gummo. You remember the kid from Gummo? I forgot the character's name, but he's on the poster. He's on the
Jake.
The front of the,
Jake, is that his name?
I
Jacob.
can't remember what it is. Yeah, but he goes out and he hunts cats with the other kid. He tracks him down. He's very charming and funny.
Jacob Reynolds.
Oh, Jacob Reynolds. That's who it is. Yeah. So look up Strange Tapes, Jacob Reynolds, if you're a Gummo fan. All right, these announcements are exhausting me. There's too many of them. We got to
cut back
on it. It really is a slog. Everything's a slog. Let's finish on that and it done. So Reese emailed this morning and he said that he's been singing Reese is from Australia. He's our resident singer. Whenever there's a nice toe tapping song, Reese will usually sing it for us, and we'll always play that. Reese said that he's been thinking about the video dating song. You know, the Video Mates video that we played a few years ago. We play it all the time. He's like, there's interstitial parts where they sing the song, and he's like, I walk around the house and I'm singing this Video Mates song, and I know exactly what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about, right, Nick?
Yeah.
And he said, can you put together a compilation of all those interstitial parts so that I could hear the song together? I did one better than that, and I found the original tape. During the credits, they play the whole song. They play everything. So we're going to go out on that. And if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that, everybody.
Take two. For those of you guys, I'm just firing on all cylinders. Check out the Yeti, where you can find some high quality stuff for very low prices. And remember, Sizzler Anthem was robbed. Long live the sea captain.
Yes.
My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
Is that recouping or is that recouping?
When we return, Dr. Sellner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done it.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In 8.
My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Night, night.
Goodbye.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.